we're about to enter phase 2 of the bull market. I completely agree, because when I look at the whole bull market, or the whole sort of crypto market as a whole, sorry, I'm literally verbally farting this morning. My brain is still asleep. My brain always has this fractal in mind. I know a lot of people poo-poo this these days, but I still think this is the last predictable rally, folks. This is the last predictable bull market, where we have this, predictable topping around late 2025, then a bit of a pullback. And so we have this halving literally in a week or two, which is this big blue vertical line here. And then we enter crazy season. How many years have I been saying this? Literally, I remember in the depths of this, what was it, June? I had a mega bad month in June 2022, because it was November 22. I can't. Yeah, that was it. I don't know if you remember. I did an incredibly bad Ethereum levered derivative trade on in November 2022. Basically, I went mega long on Ethereum, using I think it was 5 times levered. Anyway, Ethereum dropped. Does anyone remember that, by the way?
Yeah, I remember it well.
Yeah, so
it was just around FTX, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. So the move was correct, but I was paying something stupid like, I think it was $3,000 to $5,000 per day to keep that trade open. And so I'd spent a good 40 grand maintaining that trade, keeping it open, because of the borrowing fees with that trade, because I'd basically gone long on like $13 million worth of ETH. And so on GMX, by the way. And so the borrowing fee was just horrendous. And then in the end, I capitulated. And then within freaking days, Ethereum literally shot to the moon. And I remember I took the best part of, I can't remember how much I lost, but I think I lost 100, 200 grand, maybe 300 grand. I don't even remember big wins or losses these days. It's just part of the journey. But anyway, I do remember sitting down on one of those dark nights going, Siam, you're a freaking idiot. And I actually questioned my whole thesis of crypto. I was like, am I actually dicking around in vaporware? Is crypto going to zero? Because, when you have a big slap in the face, I'd spent the best part of 50 grand in just maintaining the trade, and then, several hundred grand slap in the face. Every time something happens against your expectations, I think it's your responsibility as a trader to completely wipe your mind and go back to the absolute basics and go, am I being a total idiot? Because if I am being an idiot, I'm not just, leading myself down to a path of destruction. I'm leading the whole realistic trader community into a path of destruction. So I had a good, probably few dark days of like soul searching and going, wait a minute, let's really go back to basics. Is the dollar inflating itself away? Is it like a massive ice cube in the middle of the Sahara Desert? Yes. So I was going back to pure basics, first principle thinking. Is there any sound money on the planet right now? No, because all fiat currencies are shit. Is gold, should I go back into gold? Because I was a bullion dealer for about 6 years. I was the UK's 4th biggest bullion dealer back in the day. So, I've always had an affinity with gold and silver. And then I thought, no, gold's shit, silver's shit. Bitcoin is literally the only thing. And I went back to the basics, and I realized, okay, no, this is definitely, we're on the play here. And it just so happened that this was the very low of the last bear market, where I got punched in the face. In fact, I'll show you something hilarious. Where is it? November. I'm trying to find something which it wasn't funny at the time.
While you're searching for it, Simon, in fairness to you, it was also a bit of a bad time in your life, wasn't it? It was something you touched on it the other day, if you remember.
Yeah, my mum was basically dying. So, yeah, this is not the right... Okay, this is not the chart I was looking for, but it's going to be close enough. So I track my personal trading, obviously, and I do it by monthly type shizzle. If I do this, look at this. So let's compare it back to this chart, and this is a long-winded waffling point to basically bolster what Harry said. But yeah, so that bad trade was in November, and in fact, I remember ringing every Golden Geese holder at the time, going, "Hey, I fucked up, but don't worry, all is good." And this was after I basically came to the conclusion that we were on the right track, and that this was just, you know, part of the fractal. And I said at the time, look, I don't know when this low will be, but typically the low is plus or minus 45 days from the 1st of December. So every single crypto low is plus or minus 45 days from the 1st of December. And I was like, we're going to hit the low soon. This big old, you know, devil candle is probably near enough. And guess what? It was like a couple of weeks from that low. And this was my performance. So I think at the time, so this is not the one I was looking at. I think this is I basically spent the whole of 2022 just taking punches in the face. Not in the face, being kicked in the balls every month, basically, by being an idiot. And it shows that the big loss was in January, but I think it was actually in November. Maybe I just didn't, my reporting wasn't accurate there. But either way, it was just a shit time. But the thing after that soul searching, I was like, no, the fractal is correct. I just mistimed it. Like, I'm slightly early to everything, really. And it was the low. And so really since then, I have been harking on this fractal that, look, folks, we've got this much of sideways accumulation choppy phase. Now I said sideways accumulation, but actually what has price done? Bitcoin's just gone up during this typically a sideways choppy accumulation phase. The other thing I was wrong is that I was expecting a much bigger pullback. So obviously what's happened in this yellow phase is very similar to what happened in the 2015 yellow phase. And we still had a bit of a pullback here. So as you can see here, we had, what is that as a percentage? We had, you know, around the pre-halving and post-halving, we still had a 41% correction. And in my mind, I still think we've got some sort of correction. Because in this cycle, we had a bit of a base and then moved up. And this yellow cycle, it's the same thing. But either way, whether we have a 40% crash or not around the halving, I don't really care. Because I'm more than ever convinced that we're about to enter the green zone, folks. And that, you know, around by the end of 2025, that's when we all should be counting our profits and running, basically. And I'm going to say Q3, Q4, because there's going to be all sorts of front running happening within this community. So my best suggestion is start phasing out Q3 next year and just continually phase out from sort of end of summer onwards. And that's all I'm going to say, because what I will not be doing is saying, hey folks, I'm out, and then causing freaking a stampede in itself. And I still maintain that this, you know, we didn't hit that 100k last cycle. I genuinely think it was a big fish just front running the market. Because, yeah, I think that was, but anyway. So, exactly what Harry said. We're about to enter banana season. This is crazy season. Now my fractal here, as you can see, my ghost feed, both of these ghost feeds, show a bit of a dip soon. So don't be surprised if Bitcoin has a bit of a wobble. If that happens, this is just a buying opportunity. This is where you mortgage your liver, sell your wife, mortgage your liver, sell a kidney, do everything to put more fiat into crypto if you can. Because this is the public start waking up early summer next year. So this is where the public come in. And then as bad as it sounds, you and we are all going to be using dumb public exit liquidity, or the dumb public as exit liquidity. So, and that's unfortunate, but I'm doing my job as best as I can. I'm putting stuff out on YouTube and Twitter and telling all my close friends and family, like, guys and girls, just don't be an idiot. Get crypto.